What's up, everyone, and welcome into episode number 517. Quick reaction after the MSU. I don't know. What do you say that game was, Liam? What would you describe it as?
Domination.
Domination from the get go.
Yeah.
Just an absolute masterpiece offensively. I think defensively as well, MSU looked really good for the most part. But 83-66 win in the Champion Classic, which to some UConn fans, to some fans think that MSU doesn't deserve to be in the Champions Classic anymore. In my opinion, I think they should shut them up for a little bit because it sure feels like we belong.
Yeah, no, you're hoping so. I mean, I don't think there's any way that I just think that's a lame argument anyways. I mean, it's been running
Yeah.
for 15 years. So, no, yeah, I would call it domination. I mean, that's what it was and it was what we've been talking about all year. If you get the shooting guard spot to step up, this will be a scary team, and that's what tonight was because that was a scary team. I don't care who was out for Kentucky.
Yeah, I was just gonna say Kurt Tang, like career game for him tonight. He
Crazy.
looked so good. He was hitting his shots. I love Izzo's like go to like pin curl that he runs over and over and over. And it
Yeah.
seemed like every time Kurt Tang had that play called for him, like he just came around the screen and just pulled up and hit it almost every single time. Like that's a Tom Izzo classic. And if he can be that shooter, if he can be that player for MSU this year, watch out. Like it might not be as great shooting overall as we did today, but like you need your two guy to kind of do that. And Kurt Ting was that for MSU tonight.
Yeah, no, Kerr balled out, and I mean when he was out, Trey Ford balled out. You got 28 points between the two, and I mean Kerr Tang stepping up is just so good to see for this team. And Fort, if his role is only 18 minutes a night and he gets you 13 points, like you're taking that, and this team's gonna win a lot of games going forward.
Yeah, and I think that's really the biggest thing for MSU is obviously kind of like the two guard, like we specifically mentioned, but also shooting as well. Like if you looked at MSU in this game, MSU shot over 50% from three. Like when's the last time MSU has ever done that in a game, especially a meaningful game like this? Like this isn't a Detroit Mercy. No offense to Detroit Mercy. I think it's going to be a game that probably won't be anywhere competitive on Friday, but you needed this, and I think this was the right time to have a game like this.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think I was texting my buddy the you can't really start a season much better. I mean, you have the two mid majors and you have two top 15 matchups. I mean, 14 and 12. And you struggle in the first game, but you're playing a decent mid major, a tournament mid major. Then second game you struggle against a good team and find a way to win. And then for the majority of the San Jose State game you dominate and then you dominate a top 15 opponent. It's like I mean, what more could you ask for? You can't ask for domination in all four games. So I think it's just, and they've only shot the three ball well tonight. Like if they shoot it, like, whoo. So it's hard not to be really excited right now, especially just with what the future as a whole looks like.
Yeah, because it's one of those things of the first three games. Obviously, MSU didn't shoot the ball very effectively in those games, but MSU got to the free throw line a ton those first three games, probably averaged close to 20, 25 free throw attempts in those games, which was a big reason why MSU was
No.
able to score as many points as they did, even though they weren't effective there either. But they only went to the free throw line 10 times in this game. Like, they made 8 for 10, which is exactly what you want, but like it was just like almost every single time MSU needed to get a bucket or a stop, they were able to do that. There was one point, obviously, with about like 10 minutes left to go in the second half where Kentucky gets it back to 10. But you had a Jeremy Fears great defensive play. You had some shots. Jackson Kohler, we haven't mentioned him, but I thought Jackson Kohler was great in this game. He was dominant on the boards. He was dominant down low. There's still some shots that I would love to see him hit more consistently. I feel like there's some shots really close. I'm like, hey, like Jackson, like, come on, you should be making those. But that's my biggest complaint with Jackson Kohler. I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, no, it's hard to complain too much when he goes 8 for 12 from the field, but
Yeah,
yeah, 20-point game. I mean, 5 boards, which isn't even close to what he did last game, but I mean, that doesn't really matter. You didn't need it tonight. The whole team was rebounding, and I mean, yeah, we haven't mentioned a lot of guys. I mean, Kohler with 20 and 5. I mean, Jeremy Fears with 8, 6, and 13 with 3 steals. Like this team, if they Jesse McCullough off the bench, 2 of 2 from
yeah,
three. So I mean, it was a whole team effort tonight, and it was impressive to watch. And again, it's just like it's hard not to be sitting here like get us into more like get us in the future because that
yeah.
was fun to see.
Yeah, and obviously, like, this is the one MSU team that we can talk about currently right now that actually makes us smile. Like, you have Jeremy Fears. He is legitimately the floor general. Like, that's not a nickname. I think that's obviously, like, his nickname, but it's not only that specifically. Like, that's the most assists an MSU player has had since Mateen Cleaves. And guess what Izzo just said in a recently press conference? He could very much be like Mateen Cleaves. And I think you're kind of seeing that. And you're seeing just how good he has been at MSU. And I saw a tweet, I believe it was from Greg Waddell of Sleepers Media, through I think 52 career games. He has, I believe, 4 more assists than Braden Smith does. And he has an extra year of eligibility as well because of obviously the incident that happened last year. Like, this is a guy that has so many assists in a game. Like, he has, I believe, like 10, 10, 9, like 13 at this point. Like, imagine how many more assists he could have if he had playmakers hitting shots like this consistently. Like, he is everything MSU needs, and he is truly the guy that stirs the drink, and I don't think anyone's surprised by this performance.
No, no one should be surprised, but I mean, I'm telling you, my serious take is I think Michigan State's winning one of the next 3 national titles. In the 3 remaining years you have with Jeremy Fears, hoping he stays a 5th year, which I mean, I don't know.
I would think so.
That's down the line, but I agree. I would think so. So, I mean, look at how far this guy can take you
Yeah,
with his vision. I mean, 13 assists would be one thing if you had like 6 turnovers. No, he had 2 turnovers. Like, he's completely dictating games and I mean, he's technically in the years he's allowed to play, he's like halfway into his eligibility. Like it's
yeah,
insane. So not even.
not
So
even.
it's not even like it's oh my goodness, he could be really fun to watch. On Friday, the rest of this year, and the next 2 if hoping stays.
Yeah, no, he's just a guy that obviously gets into people. Like, you could see multiple times in this game, especially one like it was getting close to 10 points, and Jeremy Fears is just banging with the other guard, and he forces him to make a tough shot. MSU goes the other way, and I think one of the most impressive parts of this game, not only shooting wise for MSU, but how they made Kentucky look offensively. Like, outside of transition, Kentucky was just taking shots really early on in the shot clock. Like, it was like contested three after
Yep.
contested three after
Yep.
contested three.
It was like
Like,
they knew
this
they weren't
MSU
going to get anything.
defense, yeah, they weren't going to get anything in this game.
Yep.
Like, they had multiple air balls in this game. Like, when's the last time you've seen a team, especially the talent that Kentucky is, even though they don't have quote unquote to their stars, which I think is a lame excuse for what happened. I think MSU would have dominated anyways. But like, when's the last time you've seen this great defense? Like, it reminds me of kind of last year's team a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, I think for sure it reminds you of the end of last year's team, and it's like, shoot, if they're here right now, where can they be by the end? Just knowing the typical Izzo trajectory with teams he coaches. So
Yeah,
yeah, the way they shut down Kentucky was, I mean, they just had them in a box all night. It was, I mean, even some transition plays we were making plays. Fears had a steal. I remember like a couple blocks. Like they were making plays tonight. So it was, yeah, I don't think there was much Kentucky could have really done when with that team shooting 50% from 3. I don't really know who's outplaying that. So
know, typically if you shoot that, like you're going to lose the majority of power. Like early on when MSU was kind of going up and down with Kentucky, I was a little concerned pace-wise. I didn't know if MSU would obviously be able to kind of keep up the pace, but they exactly were able to do that. I do want to mention kind of obviously a couple other guys. I think Cam Ward was great in this game. I think he continues to be great. Devine, I think, was okay. It didn't really seem like MSU truly took kind of like a step back when the bench come in, which was like the first time that's happened
No.
all year long. Cohen Carr, I don't think this was his best performance I've ever seen. I think he had some really good plays defensively. Offensively, wasn't extremely involved. I do want to mention though, like imagine if this MSU team had another year of Carson Cooper and Jackson Kohler. And I know I've been rough on Carson Cooper in the past, like just like his ability to score the basketball. But like this feels like the first time in a really long time that you can trust that this front court is going to get it done for MSU. And even though Carson didn't score a ton tonight, like defensively, that man is all over the court. Like he can guard a center, he can guard a four, he could even guard a three at times in this game. Like Carson, I've really been happy for, and Jackson just is Jackson Kohler at this point. He had 5 rebounds in this game. Like rebounding specifically wise, awful game for Jackson Kohler. But MSU out rebounded Kentucky by like 17 or something like that still. So just an insane overall game for MSU in my opinion.
Yeah, no, when you have a front court that can be that experienced and experience, not only experience, but experience playing with each other and learning how each other play and off of their style, you're gonna go a long way. It's just a lot of good signs right now with the way the team's constructed and the way, I mean, Izzo seems to have them rolling early in the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Good
it's
time.
go- it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I mean, Kentucky's a talented team. Arkansas is a talented team. Like, yeah, they're a better overall team, like teams put together in the Big Ten, but maybe
Yeah.
only one. I mean, then like a Kentucky, maybe two. So yeah, it'll just be interesting to see how this translates into February and late January and stuff like that.
Yeah, but no, absolutely massive win for MSU. Like, got everyone involved. Everyone played either okay or great. Like, this is kind of the team that MSU truly needs. And if you have these freshmen continue to have impactful minutes, like we've talked about the future of this program. You've mentioned it. Like, you think MSU is going to win a national championship in the next 3 years? I definitely see that for MSU and it's just a really fun team. And when this team is making shots, the different level that MSU can get to is dramatically different. And obviously, Water's going to find its level. I don't think MSU is a 50% 3 point shooting team by any means. I don't think they're a 20% 3 point shooting team at all either. So if you can end on about 30, 31, like a happy medium, I think that's enough for MSU to be really good again this year.
Yeah, I completely agree. And again, like it's not going to be the same guys every night, but when it's your night, you just got to elevate your game and like Kurtang. And
Yeah.
so again, I just think going forward, get some performances out of you'll get performances out of everybody, I think. And
Yeah.
like you said, it's not going to be 50% from three, but I completely agree. It's not going to be 22% from three. So I think
Exactly.
you find like 33, 34 maybe, and I mean, you start shooting better than that. I mean, the shooting performance tonight, it feels like something you hadn't seen since the end of 2023 with Hauser.
Especially at Madison Square Garden, which historically MSU has not been good at shooting at all.
Yep. Yep.
Maybe that's the goal for this team is we're not going to be good shooting at places we typically are, and we're going to be really good at shooting at places we typically are not from. But you never know. Hopefully, we can continue to hit some shots. I think that'll help.
Yeah, definitely would.
I do want to ask you one quick question before we get to football, before we kind of end the positive part of this podcast. On Friday, who do you start at the two? Do you start Kurt Tang? Do you think Izzo starts Kurt Tang, or do you go back to Trey Ford?
I don't know. I think it'll probably
I think
depend on who plays better defense. I think Trey Fort, who played better defense tonight in Izzo's eyes, I think Trey Fort will start though. I mean, he was only one shot off of Tank's pace.
yeah.
To like Fort went 5 of 12, Kerr went 6 of 12. So yeah, I think it'll be Fort. I don't know. He
I
did
could
have
see
that
it being
one bad
Ford.
turnover, but yeah, I bet it's Fort. I bet it's Fort. But I
Yeah.
could see Tank, obviously.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It wouldn't surprise me if he kept it the same because obviously it worked so well tonight. But any last thoughts on this game before we kind of quickly go to MSU Iowa?
No, I hope Detroit Mercy's ready.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But let's quickly preview Iowa. Obviously, Iowa really good again this year. Good defensively. Iowa better offensively than they have been in the past. Thoughts on this game? MSU is a 16.5 point underdog. I don't think MSU has a chance in this game, to be completely honest with you. I think it's just going to be one of those games that you're going to watch and you just hope it stays close.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to think of a way they could take a team that's that dominant in the trenches and win, but especially in Kinnick, which is historically tough to play, and State's seen that firsthand before with Kirk Cousins, and I think
Unfortunately.
I think yeah, man. I mean, you need by far the best performance of the year from the offensive line in the run and the pass game to have a chance. Realistically, like by far the best game of the year.
Yeah.
So, I
Which,
mean,
weirdly, they had it against Iowa last year at home. So
yeah,
it's not
that
like
is
it's
true.
impossible.
That is true. Maybe Smith is the Iowa guru.
The one team that he can be in the Big Ten is Iowa, which is would be insane because MSU has never had good luck at Kinnick. Like even when
Mm-mm.
MSU was really good with Kirk Cousins, they've never been good at Kinnick. Like
Mm-mm.
it's a house of nightmares for MSU.
Yeah, no, it's not a good place to go for a lot of schools. So,
Yeah, it's kind of
yeah,
like Purdue for MSU, where where you go to Purdue and you're like, okay, that's an automatic L on the schedule. Let's move on to there. So
yeah. No, I mean, you hope the guy's outside. I mean, Alessio doesn't even sound like he's like 100. He's mid-season healthy or whatever. So, oh man, you just gotta hope the guys on the outside make some plays. I mean, it's pretty. And you gotta hope the run D line shows up against the Iowa O line. It's gonna be well coached. It's gonna be good. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's hard to look at it from a good light, but I do think the guys are gonna fight and
Oh yeah.
see where it takes them. So we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with a close game at halftime at all.
I just want the team to show up and like show a fight and like show they care, and that's kind of where I've gotten to this point. Is it's like you're a 6.5 point underdog on the road. Like if you win this game, cool, you win this game, but no one's expecting you. There's going to probably be not a lot of people even turning on the TV for this game. To be completely honest with you, I'll be watching it, but that's just because I'm someone that watches MSU sports, good, bad, ugly, awful, or anything going forward. So, yeah, I'm not really super hopeful about this game. And I feel like this is one of those games that this year where we'll probably both predict MSU to lose unless you're buying in on this win on the
No,
road.
I can't even do it. No, I mean, yeah, I think. I mean, we hung around with Harlan there too, even, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does MSU
I
cover?
mean, I see it going one of two ways. Like with every week that passes, I feel like they gotta buy out just naturally a little more. Like I could see him getting like smacked like
Yeah.
UCLA, but I could also see him playing like they did against Penn State and taking it deep late. I don't know, but I don't really think there's a realistic way they win unless you get a great, a legacy performance basically from some group or some individual.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're going to need a great performance from Alessio. I think you're going to need a great performance from the offensive line, running back. ETT, I would love to see get the ball a little bit more in this game because he was the best running back we had against Penn State. Defensively has been fine. Offensively, it's against this Iowa defense. I don't know what this offense is going to do.
You know what? I don't think we get blown out. Actually,
Okay.
I think I think Rossi's got to be a little bit familiar with Iowa from all his days in the Big Ten West. I mean, I think no, I think we cover actually for sure, low key.
Okay. What's your record? Sorry. What's your score prediction in this game?
I don't know. Let's say Iowa by 10.
Okay.
I could see it being one score just because it's Iowa. I mean, it's hard for them to blow anybody out, and I get State is one of those anybody that could be blown out, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Rossi will bring in. Lindgren seemed to have success last year. I don't know if that's relevant, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think MSU does cover. I think it's like a 13, 14 point loss, something like that, where MSU keeps it close but end up losing in this game. Or it's going to be a backdoor cover where it's going to be a 21-20 point game and
Yep.
MSU is going to score a last second touchdown. So
Yep.
that wouldn't surprise me either.
No, yeah, I think we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But
7:32.
yeah, late night, or I think it's 3:30. I believe. I think.
Oh, 7:30
Yeah.
is for Maryland.
Yeah.
3:30. Okay.
Yeah. So middle of the afternoon, prime time football for MSU at 3:30. Don't know why. Don't know why the TV still does this for MSU, but it's MSU, so maybe that's why. But yeah, any last things you want to say before you wrap it up for the night?
No, not really. Just go basketball. I mean, go football too, but
Yeah.
that basketball team looks nice. Crazy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yeah, no, thank you for joining us. It
Thanks for
is a
having me.
late night
Oh yeah.
recap. So thanks for everyone for tuning in. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that is a wrap to episode number 517. Thank you again for tuning in and tune in to the next one.